Well, hello there. I'm making a short video about the garden because it's mid-May and I haven't really had much time to do anything else but the garden. I haven't been fishing and I haven't been out into the forest looking for trees. Anyway, it's very pleasant in this garden and I'll just take you around. Now, I've just put up the bean poles and I've used hazel poles. And I used to use bamboo ones, but I thought, well, I'll keep it homegrown. I plant my beans directly into the soil. We all have different ways of doing it, and it certainly works fine for me. Now I've got some early potatoes. I've got 3 rows of those, and then I've got some main crop, and I've planted some main crop yesterday as well. Now this is the bed with we've got carrots underneath that net, and there's red and white onions. There's some shallots and some garlic. Now I've used the old bamboo canes, which are coming to the end of their life, as supports for the dwarf beans. And I've got 3 rows of butternuts. Now they will grow everywhere. I hope I haven't put them too close together, but I was a little bit short of space, so it will be they're very good vegetables for storing. Now I've got a row here of beetroot which needs thinning, but I'm going to actually transplant some and make another row. Doesn't always work because they're very sensitive. So I use a long spoon and I try and get all the roots out in a little bit of soil. Try to keep it in a little plug of soil, and if you're very careful, you don't disturb the roots. And I've prepared the ground by wetting it first. We haven't had an awful lot of rain this year. It's expected to rain tonight, so hopefully that will really bed them in. You've got to be very careful not to bruise them. It doesn't always work, but I think if you're careful enough and the plant is not too grown, if it's small enough. Anyway, that's the method I use, and of course once you've planted a row, you do need to water them in and keep them watered, because those little roots are extremely delicate. Oh, there's a row, and if they work well, they'll be quite large ones. And this is another project that I've been doing. I've been making this fruit cage to put new rows of raspberries in and fruit. We do get bothered by pigeons and even deer come in quite regularly, and this should keep them at bay. I haven't finished yet because these will need big supports at either end of the rows with lines. Well, last year we hardly had any apples at all. I think a frost came at about this time of the year, and it nipped all the blossom. This year, a couple of the trees have got a lot of blossom on. The others haven't though, but I like to keep the grass long wherever I can. It's always good for nature. This, I think, is a Cox's pippin, so it's a very nice apple to eat. Well, we'll go down to the wooded part of the garden, which is actually a remnant of ancient woodland, and that's why there are bluebells here, and there are 1 or 2 other woodland indicator species, like butcher's broom and a few other flowers. But it's been planted up with a few other things, lots of azaleas in here, but it's rather nice. It's not a tidy part of the garden, but it's quite natural, even though these azaleas were planted in the woodland, but it does sort of suit them. It's a shaded area. It's nice and cool. When the weather is hot, it's a lovely place to come down and perhaps sometimes sit under the trees. Quite nice seeing these blossoms appearing in amongst the rest of the vegetation. It's almost a surprise sometimes when you see them. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at the garden, and if you did enjoy the video, please click a like and maybe subscribe so you can see another video later. Now this blossom looks rather nice here. This is an azalea. It's a lovely colour. I think there's a horse in the distance neighing. Oh, and there's this lovely broom that's in full flower. It's almost as though it's a bush on fire. Anyway, goodbye for now.